Hello everyone, this is Sweta here, and in this video I will be discussing the questions of grade 8 IMO set B of the year 2022-23. So in my previous video I have discussed the questions of the mathematical reasoning, and in this video I am going to cover question number 36 to question number 50 of everyday mathematics and achiever sections. So question number 36. There are 5m square plus 7m plus 9 tickets available for a show. 3m square minus 11m minus 14 tickets were purchased by males, and m square plus 25m plus 15 tickets were unsold, and rest of the tickets were purchased by female. Find the number of tickets purchased by female. So to find the number of tickets purchased by female from the total ticket, we have to subtract the tickets which is purchased by male and which are unsold. We have to subtract the sum of these two from the total tickets which are available, right? So when you subtract it, you are going to get 5m square plus 7m plus 9 minus 4m square plus 14m plus 1. Now from here only we will try to see our option. So if you see 5m square minus 4m square, this will give you m square. So if you see in the option, your A and C is having m square. So B and D option you can eliminate from here, isn't it? So if you eliminate B and D from here, now you have to see for the variable m. So 7m and minus of 14m. So when you subtract 7 minus 14, you are going to get minus 7m. So from here you can say that your correct option will be option C. Two friends A and B jointly lent out 81,600 rupees at 4% compound interest. After 2 years, A gets the same amount as B gets after 3 years. The investment made by B was. So here A and B jointly lent out 81,600 rupees. So I will assume let the investment done by A be X. So the investment done by B will be 81,600 minus X. And in the question it is given after 2 years, A gets the same amount as B gets after 3 years. So you have to find the amount for both. But for A, the time will be 2 years, and for B time will be 3 years, but rate will be 4% for both. So for A, principal will be X, rate is 4%, time is 2 years, and for B, principal will be 81,600 minus X, rate is 4% and time is 3 years. Now, according to the question, if you find the amount for A and B, both are equal. So let's find the amount. So the formula to find the amount is principal multiplied by 1 plus R by 100 whole times number of years, right? So here principal is X, 1 plus rate is 4 by 100, and your time is going to be 2 years. This is equal to 81,600 minus X, then 1 plus 4 by 100 whole time number of year is 3. Now from here, if you are going to transpose this 1 plus 4 by 100 whole square, right? If you are going to transpose this to the other side, it will become division, and here power is 3 and here power is 2. So it will get cancelled out and you will be left with only 1 plus 4 by 100. So here from here you can write X is equal to 81,600 minus X, and you can reduce it 4 times 1, 4 times 25, and if you take LCM, it will become 26 by 25, right? Now you have to do the cross multiplications. It will become 25x is equal to 81,600 into 26 minus 26x. And if you are going to transpose minus 26x to the left hand side, it will become 25 plus 26, which will give you 51x is equal to 81,600 multiplied by 26. Then you have to find the value of x. So it will be 81,600 multiplied by 26 and divided by 51. So now you have to reduce it, and 51 table, if you divide 81,600 by 51, you are going to get here 1600. So the value of x will be 1600 into 26, which will give you 41,600 rupees. So this was the investment made by A. But in the question, you have to find the investment made by B. So investment made by B, if you see in the beginning only, I have written it is 81,600 minus X. So if you are going to subtract 81,600 600 minus 41,600, you are going to get the answer as 40,000 rupees. And if you see your option, A is the correct option. Now question number 38. 24 working wrist watches are mixed with 8 defective wrist watches. If one wrist watch is taken from the mixed lot, then what will be the probability that the watch will be a working one? So 24 working wrist watches mixed with 8 defective wrist watches. So the total number of watches will be 24 plus 8, which will be 32, right? And number of working wrist watches are 24, and you have to find the probability of the working one, right? So probability will be, the formula is favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome, and your favorable outcome is 24. So it will be 24 divided by 32, right? And if you use 8 table for simplification, 8 threes are 24, 8 fours are 32. So you are going to get 3 by 4, and your C is the correct option. Question number 39. At the end of the 20th century, the world's population was approximately 6.125 into 10 to the power 9. Express this population in usual form. So here population is given in standard form. You have to convert in usual form. So if you see option A and C, this is not in usual form. So from B and D only your option is going to be there, right? Now 6.125 into 10 to the power 9. You know that in a decimal number, if you have to multiply a decimal number with powers of 10, you have to shift the decimal to the right side, right? So 10 to the power 9 means 1, and then 9 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, if you shift it to 9 times to the right, so 3 times is here only, okay? So 6 more digit you want. It means 6 more zeros will come. So if you see the B option, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your B is the correct option. And one more trick is, after decimal here 3 digit is there. So from here you cancel out 3 digit, and whatever is the number you just multiply. So it will be 6, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. So your option is option B. Question number 40. The perimeter of base of a cuboidal conference hall is 60 meter. The total cost of whitewashing the 4 walls of the conference hall at the rate of 12 rupees 50 paise per meter square is 5,250 rupees. Find the height of the conference hall. So if you see in the question, the total cost of whitewashing is given, and the rate is given as for 1 meter square they are paying 12 rupees 50 paise. So from this information, first I will try to find out what is the area of the 4 wall, right? To solve these type of question, we have to use the unitary method, isn't it? So what I will write, in 12 rupees 50 paise, the area wall getting painted is 1 meter square, which is given in the question, right? As I am using unitary method, so I will first find the value for 1. So in 1 rupee, area of the wall getting painted is 1 by 12.50 rupees, right? And what you have to find, in 5,250 rupees, how much area is getting painted. So it will be 1 by 12.50 into 5,250. Now from here you have to do the calculation. And if you do the calculation, you have to remove this decimal. So for that you have to multiply by 100, isn't it? Now you have to do the simplification part here. And if you are going to reduce it, you will get the answer as, will be 552,500 divided by 125, and if you reduce it, you are going to get your answer as 420 meter square. If you divide it, you will get 420. So now we got that the area of the wall is 420 meter square, right? And now what else is given in the question? The perimeter of the base. Okay, now, so perimeter of the base, so base of the hall is in the shape of a rectangle, right? So it is 2 times length plus breadth. This perimeter is given as 60 meter, isn't it? And you know that what is the area of the 4 wall formula? The area of the 4 wall formula is 2 times length plus breadth multiply by height. And this value I have got as, it is 420 meter square. Now what I will do, in place of 2 times length plus breadth, I am going to substitute here 60. So it will be 60 times height equal to 420. So height will be 420 divided by 60. So you are going to get your answer as 7 meter, and your B is the correct option. So Sarthak had 48 peanuts. He gave 2/3 of these to squirrels and 3/4 of the remaining to crows. How many peanuts were left with him? So total number of peanuts he is having is 48, right? Which is given in the question. Now number of peanuts given to squirrel is 2/3 of the total. So we will find 2/3 of total. So it will be 2 by 3 multiply by 48. And if you are going to reduce it, 3 times 1. Here also 3 times 1, 3 times 6. So you can see that he is giving 32 peanuts to the squirrel. Now next it is given in the question, 3/4 of the remaining he is giving to crows. So first of all you have to find how much is remaining, because out of 48 peanuts, 32 peanuts he has given to squirrel. So remaining will be 48 minus 32. Okay, so 48 minus 32, and which will give you 16. So 16 peanuts are left. Now, so from this remaining peanuts, they are going to give 3/4 to the crows. So the number of peanuts given to crows will be 3 by 4 times of 16. So 4 times 1, 4 times 4. So it is 12 peanuts, isn't it? So from the remaining 16 peanuts, 12 peanuts he has given to crow. So you have to find how many peanuts were left. So peanuts left will be 16 minus 12, which will give you 4. So from the option C is the correct option. Now moving to question number 42. The expenditure of Arav on stationery items from April to December is as follows. So find the mean expenditure. Now you know that the formula of the mean is sum of all the observation divided by number of observation, right? So if you see here, the number of observations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you have to find the mean. So first you have to add all those numbers. So mean will be 75 plus 60 plus 65 plus 70 plus 75 plus 55 plus 50 plus 65 plus 70, and this whole is divided by number of observation, which is 9. So when you add all these values, you will get 585. 585 divided by 9, and if you divide it, you are going to get your answer as 65. So your A is the correct option. Question number 43. In an examination, a student was asked to find 3 by 14 of a certain number. By mistake, he found 14 by 3 of that number. His answer was 155 by 42, more than the correct answer. Find the number. So I will assume the number be x, and he has to find 3 by 14 of x, but he found 14 by 3 of x, isn't it? And what happened? The answer became 155 by 42, more than the correct answer. When it became more, when he found 14 by 3 of x. So I will write 14 by 3 of x. This became more than 3 by 14 of x by 155 by 42. Now I'm going to take LCM in the right hand side. So it will be LCM of 14 and 42 is 42. 14 times 3 will give me 42. So it will be 9x plus 155. Now I'm going to transpose 42 to the left hand side. It will become 14x by 3 multiplied by 42, which is equal to 9x plus 155. So let me reduce it. It will be 14, and 14 into 14 is 196x, and I'm transposing 9x to the LHS. It will be minus 9x. It will be 155. And if you subtract 196x minus 9x, you are going to get 187x, which is equal to 155. So the value of x is going to be 155 by 187. Your correct option is going to be option B. So question 44. Arun spends 30% of his total salary on food and donates 4% to an NGO. He spends 10,200 rupees on these two things. What is Arun's total salary? Isn't it? So he spent 10,200 on food also, and the amount he donated to NGO. So the percentage of his salary is giving on food is 30%, and the percentage which is donating is 4%. So total 30% plus 4% will be 34% of the total salary he is spending on food and donating on an NGO, right? And that value is 10,200. So I'll assume his total salary be X. So according to the question, it will be 34% of X will become equal to 10,200. And now we have to solve it. 34% will be 34 by 100 multiplied by X equal to 10,200, right? Now to find the value of X, transpose it. So it will be 10,200 multiplied by 100 divided by 34. And 34 times 3 is 102. So 300 into 100, you are going to get the answer as 30,000. But in the option A, B, C, that value is not there. So the option is D, none of these. Now question number 45. Naman has 10 matchsticks of equal length. He wants to join all of them in such a way that they make a regular polygon. At what internal angle he has to join matchsticks with each other? So you know that in a regular polygon, all the sides as well as all the angles are equal, right? And what you have to find here? Internal angle. And the number of sides in that regular polygon is given as 10, right? So we know the formula to find the external angle of a regular polygon. The formula is 360 degree divided by n, where n is the number of sides. So from here I can get my external angle. So my number of sides are 10 here, isn't it? It is given in the question that they have used 10 matchstick to form a regular polygon. Now if I reduce it, I am going to get the external angle as 36 degree. And we know that in a polygon, external angle and internal angle, they form a linear pair, right? So it means their sum is 180 degree. So if external angle is 36 degree, the internal angle will become 180 degree minus 36 degree, right? 180 degree minus 36 degree, and you are going to get your answer as 144 degree. So from here you can say correct option is option A. Now this question can be solved in another way. What you can do, you know that number of side is n. You find the interior sum of all the interior angle. After finding the sum of the interior angle, you have to divide it by 10. And again you are going to get the internal angle as 144 degree. So there are more than one ways to solve the particular question. Now next is question number 46. Now these questions are from Achiever section. So question number 46, solve the following and select the correct option. The first question is find the value of 7m square plus 3n cube plus 5 minus of 5m minus 6n at m equal to 1 and n equal to minus 1. And then you have to second part, find the value of the product of 7 minus 3x and x minus 2 at x equal to 1. So in this question, if you see, okay, if you try to see in the question first part, if you see, it will take little longer time to solve, right? As you all know, in IMO exam you have very limited amount of time. So what you can do, you first solve the second part. If you solve the second part, what will happen? Put the value of x as 1 here. So 7 minus 3 will give you here, if you take 7 minus 3, so 7 minus 3 is 4, and when you put here the value of x as 1, so 1 minus 2 will give you minus 1, and the product of 4 and minus 1 is minus 4. So the second option minus 4 is here, right? So from here only you can say B is the correct option, right? But if you want to solve the A part, so what you can do, 7m square plus 3n square plus 5 will become, if you open the bracket over here, it will become minus 5m plus 6n, and now here you have to substitute the value of m as 1 and n as minus 1. So when you put the value over here, so it will become 7 into 1 whole square plus 3 into minus 1 whole cube plus 5, then minus 5 into 1 plus 6 into minus 1. And if you solve it, it will be 7, this will be minus 3, then plus 5, minus 5 and minus 6. So 5 and minus 5, it will become 0. Now 7 minus 3 will give you 4, and 4 minus 6 will give you minus 2 as the answer. So from here also you can see your first part is minus 2 and second is minus 4. So the correct option is option B. Question number 47. Read the given statement carefully and select the correct option. Statement 1. Rohit purchased an electric motorcycle at 84,000 rupees from a shop. If a tax of 12% was charged by the shopkeeper, then the original cost price of the motorcycle was 75,000 rupees. This is the first statement. Statement 2. A seller offers a discount of 25% on a mark price of a suit. If the mark price of a suit is 4,400 rupees, then the selling price of suit will be 3,400 rupees. So you have to see which statement is true. So there may be both the statement will be true, or both are false, or one is true, one is false. So we have to see which option is correct. So in the first part, what I will do, I will, as it is given that we have to check whether cost price is 75,000 rupees or not. So I will assume that my cost price is 75,000, and if I add 12% tax on it, I will see whether my sale price is coming as 84,000 rupees or not. Okay, so there is another way also. You can assume cost price be X also, and like that also you can solve. But what I am doing here right now, I am taking cost price as 75,000 rupees. I'm adding 12% tax on it, and then I'm checking whether my sale price is coming as 84,000 rupees or not. Okay, so let's begin solving it. So my cost price is 75,000 rupees, isn't it? So the sale price, which is 84,000 rupees, you have to find it, right? 84,000 rupees. This should be the sale price. So how will I find it? So in 75,000 rupees, I am going to add the sales tax. So what will be the amount of sale tax? It will be 12% of the cost price, right? So 12% of 75,000 rupees. So now just solve it. So it will be 75,000 plus 12 by 100 into 75,000, and just simplify it, and what you will get, 75,000 plus 12 times 750 will give you 9,000 rupees, and when you are going to add it, you will get 84,000 rupees. So from here I can see the sale price is 84,000. I have also got 84,000 rupees. So my first statement is true. Now I have to move to the second statement. So second statement, it is given there is a discount given of 25%, and we know that discount is always we have to calculate on the mark price of the item, and the mark price of the suit is given as 4,400 rupees. So let's find the discount first. So discount is going to be 25 by 100 multiplied by 4,400 rupees, and if I reduce it, 25 into 44, I am going to get it as 1100 rupees, right? So the sale price will be 4400 minus 1100, and here I am going to get my answer as 3300. But in the statement 2, what it is given, the sale price is 3400. It means statement 2 is false. So now you see the option where statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false, and I can clearly see from here that A is the correct option, right? Question number 48. Answer the following question and select the correct option. Three cubes of iron, edges of which are 6 cm, 8 cm, and 10 cm respectively, are melted and formed into a single cube. Find the edge of the new cube formed. So when you melt three cubes and form a single cube, what will happen? The volume of these three small cubes will be equal to volume of the single cube. So I'm assuming that edge of the new cube be A, isn't it? So I can write from here the volume of the new cube, A cube, this will be equal to 6 cube plus 8 cube plus 10 cube. So 6 cube is 216, 8 cube is 512, and 10 cube is 1000. And if you will add it, you will get 1728. And 1728 is a cube of 12. So from here I have got A is 12. So my edge of the new cube is 12, and if you see the option A and C, both are having first answer as 12 centimeter. Now we will see the second part of it, isn't it? So in the second part, it says that the ratio between the radius of the base and the height of the cylinder is 2:3. If its volume is 12,936 centimeter cube, find the total surface area of the cylinder. So what is the formula of total surface area of the cylinder? The formula is 2 pi r times sum of height and radius. This is the formula, right? So now to find this value, you should know radius, you should know height. But here for radius and height, ratio is given. So first of all, I'll assume let the ratio be x. So my radius will become 2x and height will become 3x, right? Now from here, what I can write, what is the formula of the volume of a cylinder? Pi r square h. So pi r square h, this value is equal to 12,936. Now I'm going to put the all values. So 22 by 7, radius is 2x. So 2x whole square will give me 4x square into 3x equal to 12,936. And when I transpose everything, now x square into x will become x cube, and rest all I'm going to transpose it to the right hand side. So it will be 12,936 multiplied by 7 divided by 22 into 4 into 3. Now for simplification, first I'm going to start from 3 tables. So 3 times 1, and this will be 4,312. Now 4 times 1, it will give me 1,078. Now 11 tables, so 11 times 2, 11 times 98. Again 2 times 1 and 2 times 49. So now after simplification I have got 7 into 49, and 49 I know it is a square of 7, right? So 7 square into 7 is 7 cube. So from here I have got my value of x is 7. So my radius will be 2 into 7, which will give me 14, and my height will be 3 into 7, which will give me 21. Now I have to find the total surface area, right? So the formula is 2 pi r. So 2 into 22 by 7 into radius is 14, and then sum of height and radius, which is 14 plus 21. So 7 times 2. So this will be 88 into 14 plus 21 will give me 35. And if you multiply it, you are going to get 3080 centimeter square. So from here you can see option C is the correct answer, right? This was a little lengthy question. Now question number 49. So fill in the blanks and select the correct option. The least number that must be subtracted from 6,957 to get a perfect square number is p at x equal to q root of 5 plus root of 7 plus x equal to 3. And the third one is dash is the square root of 27.6676. So we have to solve all these questions. Now I'm going to start from the first one. If you see the first part, what number to be subtracted from this? The least number should be subtracted. So in such case, you have to find the square root using division method, right? So 6,957. First you have to make a pair from right towards the left, and 8 8s are 64, and 9 minus 4 will give me 5. 557. Here it will be 16. So 163 times 3. This will give me 489. And if I'm going to subtract it, I will get 68 as my remainder. So the number to be subtracted will be 68. And if you see the option, your B and C option is 68, right? Now I'm moving to the second part. In the second part, you have to find the value of x over here. So in two ways you can do. Now you know that your option will be either B or C. So you can put the value of x as 4 and check, or x as 9 as and check over here. So when you put x as 4, it will become 7 plus 4, which will give you 11, and a square root of 11 will come in decimal number. So this 4 cannot be the answer. Now move to 9. When you put 7 plus 9, you will get 16, and a square root of 16 is 4. So 5 plus 4, 9, and root of 9 is 3. So from here you can clearly see that the C option is the correct answer, right? But I want to solve all these in detail. So to solve the second part, what you have to do? You have to do squaring on both the sides. So when you do the squaring, it will become 5 plus root of 7 plus x, which will be equal to 3 square, which will be 9. And root of 7 plus x will be 9 minus 5. So root of 7 plus x will give me 4, and 7 plus x. Further, you have to do squaring on both the sides. It will be 16. So the value of x will be 16 minus 7. And when you do 16 minus 7, you are going to get answer as 9. So from here only it is clear that your C is the correct option. But I'm going to solve all the three part also. Now find the square root of 27.6676. So again, I'm going to use the long division method. So 27.6676. You have to make a pairing. So when you do the pairing over here, first you have to use 5 times 5, which will give you 25. And if you subtract here, you will get 2, and here it will be 10. Now, before bringing the next pair, you have to put the decimal point over here. Then you can bring down 66. And now next you have to use here 2. So 102 times 2 will give you 204. And if you further subtract it, it will give you 62. Now bring the next pair down. So it will be 76. And here it will be 104. And now next you have to use 1046 times 6, and it will give you 6276, isn't it? So from here also you got the value for R is 5.26. So the correct option is option C. Now this is the last question. Read the given statement carefully and state T for true and F for false. Now when we divide this by 7y plus 21, then the quotient will be this. And the second part, 5 plus 3y, is one of the factor of this. The third part is greatest common factor of this is 12 m cube n to the power 6 and p cube. So now see here, all the questions are little lengthy over here, but if you compare second and third part, you can solve it quickly. So I will suggest that in exam, first you solve second and third part, and from that only you will be able to find out your option. So if I solve the third part, find the common factor. So the common factor of, if you see 24, 36 and 60, you have to find the greatest common factor. So the highest common factor of 24, 36 and 60 is going to be 12 only, right? So for the third part, it will be 12 will be the highest common factor of 24, 36 and 60. Now you have to find the common factor of these variables. So whenever you have to find the common factor of the variable, always you have to see the variable having the lowest power will be the common factor. So first, if you see, here is m cube, here is m5 and here is m7. So the lowest is m cube. So here m cube will come. Now move to the next variable n. The smallest power is n to the power 5. And for p, the smallest power of p is 2. So the third, the common factor is 12 m cube n to the power 5 and p square, isn't it? So this, whatever it is given here, that is false. So from here it is clear that the third is false. It means your b and d part you can eliminate. Now you have to see for a part and c part, right? So from here, if you can see second part, 5 plus 3y is one of the factor of this. So let's do the factorization. So 6y square plus 22y plus 20. First of all, I am going to take common as 2. So it will become 3y square plus 11y and plus 10. Now in this type of factorization, your sum is 11. Your product is 30, right? 3 into 10 is 30. So you have to find out a number whose sum will give you 11 and their product will be 30. So if I can see, 6 plus 5 will give me 11 and 6 into 5 is also 30. So I can factorize it like 3y square, 11y I can write as 6y plus 5y plus 10. And if you solve it further, 3y, y plus 2, again from 5 common if you take, it will give you y plus 2, and further you can get it as 3y plus 5 and then y plus 2. So if you see, it is written 5 plus 3y is one of the factor, so it is here, so it is a factor. So it means the second part is true, and the second part true, you can see it is given over here. So from here only you can conclude that your C is the correct option. But if you want to solve the first part also, so what you can do, so the expression given is 14y, and now y square minus 9, I am going to use the identity a square minus b square, so it will become a minus b and a plus b, and I know that 9 is a square of 3, so it will become y minus 3 and y plus 3 minus 21 y plus 3 and whole divided by 7y plus 21. Now in 7y plus 21, I can take 7 commons. It will become y plus 3. Now in the numerator part, I can take common as 7 and y plus 3. So I will be left with 2y, y minus 3 minus 3 divided by 7 y plus 3, and you can cancel it out. So you are going to be get the answer as 2y square minus 6y minus 3. But what it is given here, 2y square plus 6y plus 4. So the first option is false, second is true, and third is also false. So from here we can say option C is the correct answer. So that's all. I have solved all the questions, and all the best for your IMO exam. You can use the small tricks which I have given while solving the question, isn't it? And try to save your time in don't do very long calculation. Okay, all the best once again.